Oh my goodness. Look at this. The first time it lets me go live all week, and I'm putting my lip gloss on. That's okay. Oh, let me fix my. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Happy to see you guys. No, happy to be posted. Why is my boat? Okay. So when you're on live, it looks reverse. So that's why I can't really fix it because I can't see properly. It's in reverse. Okay. So now I'm about to tuck this in because she's bothering me. And everything is in reverse. Everything is in reverse. All right, let's tuck her in. All right, there we go. Till I can fix it later. Hey, y'all. I'm trying to explain what I've been going through until I can tuck this bow in. And then we can get to it. Now, I don't know how much time I have because this is the first time that's incense that you see. This is the first time all week that it has let me go live. Every day I've tried to go live. It would not let me. It would not let me. It would not let me. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Okay, so I saw a whole bunch of inquiries about the Costa Rica moon ritual. I had a lot of spiritual work I had to do today. Think shit got crazy yesterday. Me recording. Here we go. Hold on, Alexa, you just interrupted my live. I gotta call you back. Okay, are we still here or is it frozen? Goodness gracious. Let me see. Let me check. I'll put this on Do Not Disturb. Okay, good. All right. Whew, I'm like, damn, the first time I get on live. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I recorded last night the episode for Sunday. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. And I'm trying to see if it's okay for me to even say who it is. That's why I'm trying to speak, like, be silent for a second. Okay. So I'm like literally just heard like it's okay. You can tell them it's me. Oh my god, this is so crazy. This is even like crazy for me, y'all. Like this is new, so you're seeing me enter a new chapter, a new situation, a new everything. But I did a reading. I did a pendulum reading, energetic reading, and connected to a little girl by the name of Summer Wells. Okay, if you're out here, I think somebody brought this to me and said that they had been working on it. I was speaking to you guys about this on live. Apparently, this was a really big thing. It was a really big case about 4 years ago. I had never heard of it. I have never heard of this particular case or her before the day that this person emailed me this last week. I never heard of it. You could delve into it before you watch my segment on Sunday, which Sunday is actually the 4-year anniversary of her disappearance. And I was like, that's why I took it, because I was like, this is divine. The fact that this person reached out to me when they reached out to me, and that this would be airing on the 4-year anniversary of her disappearance, just divine, special. It's one of those situations that I think if you look into it, even if like the first 20 minutes you look into it, there's a whole bunch of YouTube videos on it. And I think Dr. Phil interviewed her parents. It's one of those situations you kind of look at the people involved and you're like, okay, right, you know. But I guess apparently the reason why that it has not been solved and hasn't been solved for so long is, and this is based off of my investigation, is that there's just no evidence, there's no body. In the podcast that is going to post on Sunday, Summer told me where her body is. And she also revealed some other things that, man, I literally broke down in tears in the middle of the reading, because it was this energy that just came over me. And the word ritual, and I'm going to give you this, the word ritual kept coming up. Ritual, ritualistic, okay, satanic. I'm just going to say it. And that's about as much as I'm going to say. and her energy is not all the way crossed over into the light. And that's what she's saying. She's not all the way into the light. She's not, she is. Okay. So for what the public knows is that she is missing. We can't really say she's unalived. I can say and confirm she's unalived. Okay. I can for sure say that. And it was just so heavy the way that the impressions and the downloads came. And like, because I'm empathic, it makes me feel things. And let me tell you, that was heavy. A cleanse, a sage, everything after that, right? And there was nothing else I can do. I couldn't do anything else after that. Nothing. So that's what I wanted to say. I had to do a lot of spiritual work this morning. I had to take a spiritual bath. I had to do some candle work, some cleansing, sage my house. Like I had to do a lot. So the capacity to do anything else, I couldn't even answer a text message or an email. It just, no, I got to protect my energy anyways. I'm not available 24/7 to everybody. I know people think I'm Miss Cleo, but it's not the case. I have a life. I got to protect myself. I cannot answer everything. With that being said, today I had planned to get up and do the spiritual work so that I can, because I'm posting 4 videos on Patreon today, videos that I didn't get to post yesterday. And I'm also posting the next 48 this evening on this channel. But I wanted to get on here and explain why those videos weren't on Patreon, because that shit literally, it just came over me. And let me tell you, last night when I went to sleep and I went to bed, I was already tossing and turning. It wasn't the fact that I was afraid or scared or anything of it. I was just kind of like, it was one of those situations where I will feel peace when she feels peace. And so like after ending it and getting all of the clarity, and it really broke my heart. It was one of the pendulum questions that I did ask was she at peace? And she said no. And I'm gonna tell you that part. And she said she wasn't at peace and she will be at peace when there's justice served for her and what happened. And then she will be able to be at peace, and then she will cross over. And I'm getting emotional talking about it because this is a little girl, a child who is safe, who is with angels, who is with passed on loved ones on the other side who are not from, okay, when we say this, they're going to say like, not necessarily, it does feel like someone distant, but not someone who is in the generational trauma of what has happened to her. Because the ritualistic thing that I picked up on that she was involved with is generational. So, and I'm gonna tell you this, I don't know much about the whole, I don't even like saying the word, the satanic thing and everything else, other than what I have watched, what I've seen, and what I feel is kind of placed into our own society in order to trick us. And a lot of that has to do with religion. Now, wasn't picking up on the element of religion from Summer. So it wasn't that necessarily. It was just some evil shit, some evil stuff. And I remember when I went to bed last night, I have not experienced what do you call it? Sleep paralysis. I mean, it's been years. It's been years since I experienced sleep paralysis, maybe like 5 or 6 years, when I was sleeping next to somebody who had a demonic attachment on them. That was the last time I have experienced sleep paralysis. And last night I experienced it in my sleep, like something was sitting on my fucking chest. And so when I woke up this morning, I was like, straight to the shower. I cleansed myself. I had to prepare a spiritual bath for myself. I had to do cord cutting rituals for myself. I had to cleanse my space, my energy, everything up out of here, because that was heavy. It happened twice to me last night, to the point I remember back in the day, I always feel that the Lord's Prayer is so powerful. My grandmother used to always, when I was younger, and I'm gonna say this, when I was younger, I used to have things come and visit me. I don't know. That's just the truth. I don't know how else to explain it, but I used to have things that would come and visit me. They never touched me. They never done anything, but they were kind of scary things. Okay. Like just to let me know that they were present, they were around. And I used to always tell my grandmother, I used to equate it to having nightmares, which it just didn't feel like nightmares. And she would always get me to say the Lord's Prayer. And I remember last night when that was happening to me, I just woke up in the middle and sat up and said the Lord's Prayer. And after I said the Lord's Prayer, I was able to go back to sleep and like have sound sleep. So there is power in that. There is power in the Psalms. There are power, but I think there's certain things that have been manipulated into tricking us into not using the full power of them. Yes, Tennessee. So yeah, that's just what I've been doing. I wanted to share that with y'all because I share everything else. And it's also I got a reading with Sloan Bella, and I've mentioned this a few weeks ago, my particular situations and stuff. And I actually asked her about the trip to Costa Rica, and I also asked my voodoo priestess here in New Orleans. I remember Sloan was telling me that I won't know it until I get there, but how spiritual and how cleansing that this trip is going to be for me. And it's going to put me on a new spiritual path. And now, like doing this, and I have started this, I'm kind of seeing what she means now. I'm really seeing what she's meaning. And she was telling me everything is going to be up from there after I come back from Costa Rica. So I'm really excited about Costa Rica. And this is why a spiritual gift that I wanted to offer to you guys, but there is a fee. Okay. Only, especially after what happened last night, I'm doing spell work. So I'll be doing spell work for you. It's only attraction spell, love, money, spirituality, things like that. I'm not doing any cord cutting rituals in Costa Rica or anything like that. This is blessing spell, blessing energy work. So I will be sending the email to everybody who is interested. It is first come, first serve, and it is only 17 people. I cannot take any more than 17 people because I am going to be traveling with stuff, and then also the little candle holders. I had a very strange dream recently. 3 duplicates of me at a mirror standing in different positions. One of me was on the other side of the mirror saying the most horrible things to me. Ideas. The first thing that came to mind was mirror magic. Now, I don't know if that is something that is around you. You may even benefit from some sort of mirror talk. Also, if there is some sort of negative energy around you, I would let me see if I have them anymore. I don't think I have them anymore. Well, actually, hold on a second. One second. No, it's not behind this painting. I do it on the outside walls. Let me see. I don't think I have them on these because I just put those up after. These are from my mom. So I put these up when I got this from her house. But I'm gonna have to find. I know it's probably on the other pictures and probably behind my TV. But what I do is just in this, everybody can do this too. You can order these mirrors from Amazon. They're little mirrors. They can be circular mirrors. You can get them in a pack. And you put them, like, say, for instance, I have these pictures right here, which I didn't realize they weren't here, but you put them behind. You're going to put them behind the picture. If you have something like this, I would break this and you would stick the mirror behind here to where it's facing the wall. It's facing the outside of your house, right? It's kind of like an instant protection thing in the sense of, return the sender, right? Any type of energy that is being sent to you, being sent to your home, it's a protection mechanism to protect your home. And you can order these mirrors, little tiny mirrors. Let me see. And I'll probably link it in here. That's what I do. I think they're mostly upstairs because that's where I was doing my spiritual work before. When I first moved in here, I was recording a lot upstairs. Mirror. Let me see what they're called. Circle mirrors, circular. And I think you could use them for like arts and crafts. They come in different sizes. I think this is like the acrylic mirrors. So you see, if you can see that, those little acrylic mirrors, and I'll put the links in there. And those are going to come in a pack. And like the pictures on your wall, put them facing out. So when you put them behind a picture, they're facing out. So anything that is being put towards your home is reflected back out. Yep, Dollar Tree. You can probably get them from Dollar Tree. Very cool. We'll try. Thank you. Yeah. I think it is. I think it's gonna be very healing for me and my son. I just woke up and quickly made a little protection bracelet for myself. All I know to do. We definitely gonna be getting into some protection work. I already said we are doing the self-love thing today, this week, but next week we'll definitely be getting into some more protection stuff for the Patreon. And I actually have a lot of herbs right here that I was able to get yesterday, just so you can see certain herbs that you kind of want to keep on hand. Even if you get like an ounce of them, an ounce will go a long way. That's similar to Taoism. Backward mirror that reflects negativity away from the home. Exactly. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing, especially if somebody's sending you the evil eye or negative energy or spell work. And I mean, dream work. It's a lot of times, like this person said here, you will know when something is happening because it'll come through in your dreams. Not all the time if it's a dream that somebody is doing something negatively to you. It could also be a reflection of your inner self that you need to do work on. But a lot of times when I've had betrayal situations, that's the only way I've really found out is through my dream. And then later on, it'll come out in the 3D. And yeah, you could get black salt too. That works. I mean, we should always be bathing with salt every once in a while just to cleanse our energy. Sea salt preferably. Yeah. So I want to tell you guys that and share that with you. I can't wait till you see this episode because it really, I don't know. There's a lot, anything to do with children is always going to be a lot. It's just heavy. So let's take a look here. This is a midday energy check-in. We'll timestamp this. Holy Spirit, Spirit guides and angels, please allow me to deliver a clear message here for the Aries. Thank you so much. What do we have here for Aries for today? Let's see what that was. Round and rounds. Going to count it out. The why. All right. So you got why. The why. I'm also still looking for an editor. If not, I'm just going to go on Fiverr. But this episode definitely needs to be edited because I had a lot of distraction interruptions. Like Pugsley started going crazy and it was nighttime. There was nobody passing by the house. I forgot what part it was, but Pugsley started going freaking crazy. I had to stop the reading and go put him up. And they were both sitting by my feet the whole time. Like the dogs were scared. It was the craziest thing ever. So let's take a look here at number 31. This is the why. And after this, I'm going to jump on Patreon and start uploading over there. Why? Motives, driving intention, the power of knowing the why. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. And when you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. So the why, the same thing with relationships, the same thing with finances. What is your why? Finding your why. Sometimes we don't always see it or know it in the beginning. Hello, everyone. But it sure does come. It sure does come. Okay. Let's take a look here. This is for the energy today for Aries. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Person. Midday energy check-in. What's going on here? Ooh, I'm not surprised to see her. High Priestess. Very spiritual. So now I'm trying to give you all the message, and Every time I put this High Priestess card up, it goes out. So I'm trying to figure out what's happening. All right. So the High Priestess is all about spirituality and spiritual truth, things that are hidden, secrets, things that are behind the veil. Also about anytime the High Priestess comes, she asks you to listen to your intuition, okay? Because your intuition is connected to the divine. We are all connected. So the answers that you seek, you can kind of say that you already know. You just have to ask and then allow yourself to receive them, okay? Yeah, it started glitching as soon as I started doing the reading. We have the Seven of Cups now that comes out. The Seven of Cups is all about confusion and illusion and your ability to see through these illusions. Okay. If the High Priestess is here, she's saying you have the ability to see through this. Okay. And sometimes the very thing that is blocking your intuition or is trying to create, how do you say this, chaos or confusion around what you already know, it's probably something that is leading you to your why. Okay. I always notice that a lot of distractions start to come up for me, around me, when I am about to hit the nail on the head in some area of my life, when I'm about to get to exactly what I need to get to or see exactly what I need to see. That's when a lot of confusion and chaos starts going on. I've noticed that in my life in the last few weeks. I have a path now, a clear path to something else that I'm supposed to be doing, teaching in the Patreon, helping people learn how to read themselves, all this other stuff. And I've had all of this stuff start coming up in my own personal life. And in those situations, you have to continue to rely on the knowing, your why, right? Because that'll get you through certain situations. I'm seeing the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Five of Wands could be challenges, conflict, drama, arguments. It could be inner conflict as well. What else does Aries need to know about this situation and their why? Thank you so much. The Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can definitely point to a blockage here in the sense of there's something that you're not seeing. You're at a stalemate. You have a decision to make. It could be very difficult for you to make such decision because of the Seven of Cups, emotional confusion, choices, and different feelings here. The Two of Swords asks you to go within. Anytime you see this Two of Swords and I see it crossing over this person's chest, this is about your heart chakra. Okay, this is about being able to intuitively feel or pick up on what you need to. There could be two opposing situations, influences, ideas with the Two of Swords, but it is asking you to rely on your intuition so that you can know whatever it is it is trying to tell you. In this sense, it seems like your why you're doing something or why something happened. I'll pull one more. And then there's the Tower. Let's clarify the Tower. The Judgment. Wow, this is big energy. We have the Justice and the Eight of Swords. So the Tower, unexpected changes, okay, surprises, shocks, epiphany, and clearance of energy, drastic energy. When I say drastic energy, I mean that there is going to be a shift, a drastic shift that happens quickly or feels suddenly. And with the Judgment here, it is for you to either release some sort of judgment or make a decision to let something go in your life, right? That is no longer serving you. The Eight of Swords can kind of point to that situation. Whatever you have anxiety around, whatever you're having fears around, whatever you feel like you have the inability to make a decision around, like you're feeling stuck, or anxious around a situation, you keep asking myself, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should walk away from them or walk away from this or not walk away from this. Or usually that's the thing that probably needs to go. Okay. And the Tower is the indication that if you don't make your mind up, sooner or later, the divine will with the Tower and clear that out the way. All right. And with the Justice card here, it's saying it's because it's for your own good. It is for your highest good. Justice always shows up to balance out the energy. It does not care about whether you did this, you did it only cares about the facts. That's what I'm trying to say. With the Justice card, it only cares about the facts that there are spiritual consequences for the things that you do in the 3D. There is no favoritism. And in this sense, it is just wants your life to be in balance. It wants your life to be in balance, no matter what, your life in balance. So if there is something in your life that is causing you confusion, illusions, stagnation, crippling energy or making yourself have this kind of crippling type of anxiety with the Eight of Swords, or even self-sabotage. I think that card came out yesterday. This Tower is going to come in and say, it's time for it to go, right? But the High Priestess is here first because this is always saying, you always kind of know, right? I always get people when I do readings at the end of the readings who always say, I knew that. I knew that. I just needed you to confirm it. I just needed you to confirm it. And, there's nothing wrong with that. We're human, right? Sometimes we have all of this type of stuff in the way to where we know it, but we can't really put our finger on it or decipher at that moment because we have so much how do we say it, energetic gunk around us, okay? Distractions, emotions, feelings, other people's energy, other people's problems, other people's this and that, other people's projections. Shout out to anybody who is 12th housers. You are going to trigger a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to project their own insecurities onto you, and you're going to be asking, but why? But what did I do? You understand? That is your why. You have to understand that is probably why certain things like that are happening. The High Priestess says, but you already know this. You already know this, okay? When people try to say, you're the problem, you're this, you know that this is a projection of your energy. Justice card is trying to balance something out for you. Give me more, shows clearly. So it looks like 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles wanted to come out. Anything else? So the 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles wanted to come out, but it didn't. And so the 10 of Cups came out. This is literally trying to get to somebody, get you in spiritual alignment to your happiness, your purpose, whatever is emotionally fulfilling for you. That is what this why or this energy and this Tower is trying to get you to. And in the process, it's trying to take and remove whatever is confusing or blocking that. Okay. So that is what I have for you guys. I will have next 48. What I'm going to do is first, before I get on the Patreon, so I can clear everything out, I am going to respond to all my emails. I have some things I have to send out. Just remembered I didn't send them out. So I'm going to respond to all my emails, and then I will be getting on Patreon and posting some videos on there. Okay. And I'll talk to you guys later when I post the next 48. All right. All right. You're welcome. Talk to you guys soon. And if you're interested in the blessing, you need to email me at ariessoulguidance222@gmail.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.